Google just dropped a new video model that does something no other video AI does. You can generate the video and you can just talk to it. You can change the background, you can change the character style, you can change the color of this shirt. You don't have to re-upload the video or start from zero. And this is the Gemini Omni Flash. Now let me talk about the four things which is interesting in this particular model. The first one is the multi-model input and the audio out. So basically you can feed in the text, you can feed the image and even the video. And the video comes out with the native audio. And the characters, objects, they stay consistent throughout the generations. The next one is the edit by talking to it, as I mentioned before. So it is a conversational edit which you can do. The most important part is it has a world knowledge. So basically, whenever you talk about the physics of an object moving and dancing, it feels real, not something flashy and weird. And this is important for me as a trainer. So basically, you have the text that moves with the scenes. You can have the text and you can have the on-screen movement for it. Now this sounds good, but if you want to see this in work, let's start with the code. In this year Google I/O, we got a newer model for the video, which is the Omni Flash. But then it was not available for the developers, and this time we got it for developers. Now, as a developer and as a content creator, of course, I want to make videos, but I have different requirements for it. The first one is I want to generate the video from the text. Maybe I want to generate a video from the image. In fact, I want to get the image as well. And of course, you got covered with the Google's image model. On the other hand, what if I have a video which I have created and I want to edit it? And that's something as a content creator I want. And of course, as a developer, I want to happen it with a code. And the last part is, what if I want to re-edit the video? Now I've seen that when you, of course, there's an option where you can re-edit the videos with the help of AI, but then it loses its textures. It loses the face, maybe the background will change. Maybe I don't even want to change the background in the next edit, but AI hallucinates and sometimes you lose that. But here with the Gemini Omni Flash, the preview version, and this is for the developers with the help of Interactions API. And I want to show you a simple demo what I have worked on and see what you can change and how can you use it in your flow. Okay, so this is the Gemini Omni Flash preview code. Here you can just try it out and you will find the link in description for this notebook. So what are the things you can do here? So you can generate video from a text prompt, and also you can change the aspect ratio. So maybe you want something in a landscape mode, which is 16:9, or you want in a portrait mode, which is the 9:16. So you can change that. You can generate the image, and from the image you can generate the video. And you can have multiple edits for that, as I mentioned before. And all this happens with the help of Interactions API. Now, since we want to re-edit the videos, maybe you want the video in the next version. In that case, you can use something called interaction ID, and you will see in the code. So step one, if you want to work with this, you have to install some modules. So the first step is we have to install the modules. And again, I don't want to run this in front of you because it will take some time to generate the videos. I don't want to make the video lengthy. So what I did, I have ran all the files or all the code before, and we got the images and the videos ready. So the thing we need is the API key. And I do have the API key here, and I don't want to show you the code, and that's something we have to make sure. So you have to get your API key from the AI Studio, and once you have your key, you can run this code. Now, the first thing is, of course, once you have the API key, you have to provide that to the notebook, and that's the code here. And using that, it will create a client, and of course, you need this client going forward. So the image model which I'm using here is the 2.5 Flash image. But then with this, we are also getting the Nano Banana 2. And you can use that here, which is a fast model and which will save money as well. So you can use that, and the model name is what you can see on the screen. The current aspect ratio is 16:9, and you can change it later. So at this point, I want to start with 16:9. And these are the functions we are going to use. To generate the image, this is the function which is the get output image. And you will observe going forward, you will find something called interactions, because you are going to use certain IDs going forward for the next video or for the next image. Then from that image, maybe you want to generate a video. So you will say get output video. These are the functions we are going to reuse later. And let's start with our first one, which is text to video. Now this is very common when you use it as a normal person, not a developer, right? Where you have a text ready and then you, as a prompt basically, you go to a model, or maybe you open your chat prompt and you enter a text, and based on that text, it will generate the video. Now you can see in this prompt, we have a lone astronaut floats in a deep space. There are multiple things mentioned here. Now, based on that prompt, I want to generate a video. So you have to specify the model name. And then at this point, I'm not going to store anything. I'm not going to even stream anything, but I want this video to be generated from the prompt. And this is the video. Audio is also there. I'm not sure if I have enabled the audio recording as well for the system. So this is the video and the audio as well. Now, what if you want in a portrait mode? This is by default 16:9, but if you want to create a short, YouTube short, this is what you need. So you need a portrait video. You can use the same prompt or you can use a different prompt. So at this point, we have the astronaut helmet in extreme close-up and the visor reflecting a new nebula. I think that's what it is written here. Let's see. So this is the video generated, and anything else we have to change here. The only thing you have to set is the aspect ratio. And when you try this, you can change your aspect ratio from 9:16 to 16:9. So let's go down and play this video. Okay, so that's the video. And it will also generate the audio. So you don't have to write a separate prompt for the audio and not even a separate prompt for the image. So basically, this is multimodal, which you can enter one prompt. It will generate all the text, the video, and the image. So you just have to enter a prompt. It will generate the audio, video, and the image. Let's move to the next one. Now, what if you want to set a different duration? So you can assign your durations here. By default, it's 10, but you can also make it 5. So you can switch back and you can say 5 seconds. So it will generate a video for 5 seconds. And again, previously I've generated for 10 seconds, but you can change it and run this. Most of the things will remain same. What is going to change is the duration. So now, if you play this, and the thing is, with these models, we also have a world knowledge. So it is grounded with the world knowledge. And so when you say you want to have a spacecraft launched in 1960, it will be actually from that part, not a weird looking shot. Okay, so it has a world knowledge for that. What if you want to generate a video from an image? And of course, you have different options. You can upload your own image, or you can generate the image first, and from the image, you can generate the video. So first, we will ask you to generate an image. And so there's the image prompt, which you can see here, and this is the image. Now, from this image, I want to generate a video. And that's what you can see here. Same image, but then it will be in a video format now with some debris, which you can see there. Okay, I don't want to be there, but yeah, something you can imagine, right? You don't want to be there, but visualize how the things looks like. Now, what if you want to reuse a particular video? Now, what if you have two images? Of course, as I mentioned, you can upload the image or you can generate two images. And from that image, from those images, you want to generate a video. So this is the first image and this is the second image. So there are two images here. And we got two images. Now it's time to merge these two images and make a video. And I will show you the video, but let's see if something we have to mention. Now, since I'm going to reuse the image, I'm going to store those images. And once the image is generated, I'm going to use its interaction ID later. So we have to get the interaction IDs. And when you generate the video, it is going to use those interaction IDs. And now, once you have the images ready, let's see the output. So we got two images. One is the astronaut, and then we got this graphic here. That's a wormhole, and let's see. So that's the astronaut and going to the wormhole. Okay, maybe I've watched the Interstellar before making this video. Fan of Christopher Nolan, of course. Who's not? So yeah, so now let's go for the editing part. Now this is very exciting for me because when I record a video and if I ask AI to edit the video, it may not give me the result 100% which I want. And that's where we have to go for the re-edits. Now, this is where you can do it. The only thing is when you generate the video, you have an option. You can store the video so that you can use it later. And in the multi-edit, you have to do that. So you have to store the video. And that's what if you can see, we are storing this video. And now once you store it, of course, you have to also create the interaction ID for it. We are going to use that ID. And based on the ID, we are going to generate a next video when you edit it, of course. So this is the first video. And then we have to edit it something. So transform the entire scene into a painted impressions. So we got this painted one here. Not a big fan of painting, but this looks cool. Not bad. Let's verify if it's actually that good. Yeah, I still prefer the non-edited one, but you got the point, right? So you can do whatever you want. It's about the prompts which you pass. Now let's move to the next part, which is edit your own video. So as I mentioned before, if I want to edit my own video. And I have a video here, if you can see. And maybe this video will not be available for you when you try this, or if you have it, that's great. Otherwise, upload your own video here. But make sure that it is a small duration video. And once you have that, you can make the changes. So we have the video, and which you can see on the screen. This is happening in the post, by the way. And this is the prompt. This is the editor I want to add here. So add a soft glowing aura effect in the deep space. Let's see. Okay, so it has added. So it's all about prompts. You know what prompts you add, and you can just make it. Maybe I can add my face there, provided. So we have to use responsibly, right? The AI part. So these are the things you can do with it. And what if you want to store all the videos? So you can store all the videos in the Google Drive, and that's what you can see here. So we have a code here where it will store all the videos in the Google Drive. Of course, you should also have that parameter assigned which is stored, and you can store it. So basically, you can create the video from the text. You can create a portrait video. You can create a video with a particular duration. You can convert an image into a video. You can have a multi-turn editing, and of course, you can edit your own videos. So this is just a short one for the preview version. And once I experiment with this mode, I'm going to have a pipeline, where I'm going to create a script. Okay, why I should create the script? I will ask AI to create a script, verify that script from some other AI, and create the entire process and get the video done. Now, there should be a way where I can also automate this to upload to YouTube. Then I can relax. So yeah, that's the first impression of Omni Flash preview for the developers. See you in the next part. Bye-bye.